Hello and welcome back to Mass Effect 2. Last time we finished the collector ship mission. This time we will be going for the Reaper IFF now that we know that we need one. Normally this is the sort of time where you're allowed to do anything you want. There's no like timed events or anything anymore. It's just do things until you think that you're good enough to go ahead and finish the game. But since we're doing the 0% style run...
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
No, I actually haven't. We will be going there right away. Normally there's a big gap in between these two missions, but not this time.
So the Collectors were once Protheans, repurposed by the Reapers. What a sad end.
Makes you wonder if the Keepers on the Citadel were once something different.
Yeah. Nice that word travels, that Keepers are in fact alien Reapers. Reaper aliens, rather. Also, in the journal, we got Stop the Collectors, which is now with a description of the collector ship yielded two key pieces of information. First, the collectors are actually the ancient Protheans, indoctrinated and mutated into servants of the Reapers. Second, the Omega-4 relay leads to the galactic core. The intense gravitational fields of the galactic core make any jump through the Omega-4 relay a death sentence, unless a Reaper identifier friend or foe, IFF device, can be found to give the Normandy a chance to navigate the field safely. So I need to acquire the Reaper IFF. Go to the Brown Dwarf Nemotine in the Thorn system to recover the Reaper IFF. Also, we got a level up. 2 level ups. And so we got 4 squad points to invest. And that's just what I need to get the highest level tech armor. Let's do this. Assault armor or power armor? Assault armor is the armor is now rigged for maximum pulse when it gets destroyed, increasing its damage, force, and radius. In case any enemies still survive, it gives an additional shield boost after the detonation. Or power armor. The armor's deflection capability is now at maximum, and the armor can channel its energy into biotic amps and weapons, increasing the damage of all your powers. That is pretty cool, actually. We don't really use the pulse all that much. The shield strength is just plus 75, whereas power armor is plus 100. The pulse radius and damage is quite a bit bigger for the assault armor. Force also. Shield boost, 50% of maximum shields. Force 160 newtons. So you get 50% of the shields back after they get destroyed, which is pretty nice if you are playing aggressively. So if I had taken the shotgun, I probably would have used this, but let's go with the power armor. So instead of tech armor, it's now power armor. Excellent. And also, yeah, I wanted to take a look at the weapons. Specifically heavy weapons. Because I want to bring the cane again. Hopefully I won't need to use it, but we'll see. And yeah, so before we go, let's go talk to some people. Now, there's not a lot of people left to talk to because every squad member who has the loyalty mission will not talk to you anymore until you do the loyalty mission. So let's just talk to other people.
So the Collectors did take New Canton.
Yes, but my wife and daughter left in the nick of time. They're resting in San Francisco as we speak.
That's great news.
It is, but I knew a lot of good people in New Canton. Our mission has to succeed.
Thank God Shepard's in command.
Canton, you say? Even though before you said Canton.
I can't believe the collectors were once Protheans.
I always pictured Protheans being regal, not giant bugs.
Who knows what the Reapers did to them? Creepy.
Indeed. Were they always giant bugs? Or did the Reapers turn them into giant bugs?
Any chance we could get to the Citadel, Shepard? I'd like to follow that lead on Sodomus.
I'll let you know, Garrus.
I'll be here if you need me.
Yep. So lastly, we just have Kasumi to talk to. So she talks to us even if she's not loyal.
There you are. One of the girls in navigation thinks she might be pregnant. Even aboard a Cerberus vessel, life finds a way. I have to say, that Jacob? He seems pretty intense. I wonder if he likes Japanese girls with a penchant for kleptomania.
Maybe.
Joker and Edie are like an old married couple. I keep expecting to walk in on them bickering about the temperature in the cockpit.
Yeah, I'd expect that as well.
Come back later. I'm sure I'll have more to talk about.
And I think we got through all of these items except for the painting. So let's get some information about that.
That painting has a special place in my heart. An art collector hired me to steal it. When I got there, the painting was gone. On the way out, I saw it being hauled off by another thief. I chased him down, tackled him, and took the painting. That's how KG and I met. We never did turn it into our employers.
Pretty cool. So that's the original painting. Ooh. Yeah. So basically you can get drunk anytime. Now that we have Kasumi here. But yeah, so what we're going to do next is just head up to the captain's cabin. Check if we need to change our armor. While still being drunk. And head straight off to Nemo's Inn. So the capacitor chestplate reduces the delay before shields are regenerated. That's pretty useful. Power damage +3 is also okay, but not quite as useful. The visor is useful now that we have the sniper rifle. Headshot damage +10%. But for what we're going to be doing soon, I think I'd rather have the sentry interface. Or just the helmet. I think there might also just not be any atmosphere to breathe there. So this might not matter anyway. So let's go. Also, Joker has nothing new to tell us either. And anywhere but there is apparently the system of Bioware, which we haven't really explored yet. In fact, without Project Firewalker, we would not even have the ability to explore it before now. But we did, just we never went there. So, the galaxy is pretty crowded. So the question is, where are we supposed to be going now? Acquire Reaper FF. We're going right there. Nearby, actually. Where's the field depot on the very other side of the system from the mass relay? Well, Thorn it is. In the Hawking Eta cluster. There's not a whole lot here, aside from that one single planet and its single moon. So let's see the planet first. Mnemosyne. Mnemosyne is a brown dwarf of approximately 37 Jupiter masses. It is young enough that some nuclear fusion still occurs within its depths. It is luminous and radiates more heat than it receives from the star Thorn, with an atmospheric temperature in excess of 1,800 degrees Kelvin, 1,500 degrees Celsius. Early probes of Thorn showed evidence of a minor gravitic anomaly in the northern hemisphere. This area of unexpectedly low mass did not move with the prevailing wind patterns. While an investigation was planned by the Bessarel Institute of Planetary Science, the school ultimately sent an expedition to study the famed deep anomalies of the gas giant Ploba instead. So nobody ever sent an expedition to study this? Okay. Distance, period. So that's close and that's short. Radius, of course, giant. The length is kind of okay. And it's moderate, so not really interesting enough. Even if there is an anomaly somewhere. So what about this moon? Leth. Leth is the largest moon of Mnemosyne, massive enough to retain its own thin atmosphere of methane and nitrogen, and heated by the brown dwarf to relatively moderate temperatures. While nearly the size of Earth, its overall density is low, suggesting a paucity of valuable heavy metals. It is tidally locked to Mnemosyne, one hemisphere always bathed in the brown dwarf's heat and dim red light. The moon experiences constant weak tectonic activity, driven by the tidal fluxes of Mnemosyne's gravity, rather than Leth's own internal heat. Several large ancient volcanoes release wide-ranging flows of molten silicate. That's interesting. Can there actually be tectonic activity due to a planet? Because that sounds like requiring a whole lot of gravity to achieve this. Ah, rich, excellent. Whoa.
Probe away.
Because there sure are tides because of other large celestial bodies around the place, but... Oh. Yes, this is worth it.
Probe launched.
But how large should the planet be in order to actually move tectonic plates? Even if weakly.
Probe launched.
This place sure is rich.
Probe away.
Whoa! So if we have 125,000.
Probe away.
129. So it's like 5,000. 4,000 something. That is pretty good. And another one of these.
Probe away.
Just good. So what will we find on the Derelict Reaper? What can we expect to find on a Derelict Reaper? Well, probably not that different from the collector ship. So my choice of squad members to take on this mission
Probe launched.
is quite similar also. Just barely worth it. And this is also just barely worth it.
Launching probe.
For the sake of
Probe launched.
variety, I'm not going to go with the exact same squad members. So
Launching
I was
probe.
thinking, what should I change? Oh, completed. And, well, the only reasonable thing to change would be to swap out... Jacob for Grunt, because they have fairly similar effects. The problem is that we won't all get the ability to shoot fire, but Grunt himself can still shoot fire, so we should be okay. Derelict Reaper. Orbiting Nemozen is a 2-kilometer-long ship with the unmistakable profile of a Reaper. It is giving off power signatures in localized areas, but they are far weaker than a ship this size would indicate. The Reaper seems to maintain a mass effect field that has kept it from falling into the failed star, but massive holes have been blasted and melted into parts of the hull, and remain unrepaired. The only logical conclusion is that the Reaper died, or was at least reduced to minimal functioning a long time ago. Yeah, possibly by the Protheans. So, let's go. Like creature start to flank you. Watch out. So, Grunt and Jack. And of course we have squad points to put into this. Don't think this increases the... yeah, it doesn't change recharge time. Pretty much nothing changes the recharge time. So I'd rather just add this. More health is quite useful for Jack. Oh, and also power recharge time goes down here. That's just what I need. And Grunt has concussive shot, which, according to the wiki, you can actually do the same thing as with pull when it comes to fighting husks, because it's still, like, it propels enemies, and anything that's physics-based kills husks immediately. So this is pretty good. And having... well... having more force and damage doesn't actually do that much. I would need to have one of these to get larger radius. Yeah, because of blast. But we can't get that, unfortunately. Vindicator battle rifle, claymore, heavy shotgun. Another thing that the wiki suggests is to change this into actually the katana of all things. Simply because it is faster. So I can try that. And Vindicator Battle Rifle is pretty good for this also. And you're good with these, I think. Yeah, because you have the heavy pistol. So let's go.
What's with all the chop, Joker?
Doing my best. The wind's gusting to 500 kph. There's a second ship alongside the Reaper. It's not transmitting any IFF, but the radar paints its silhouette as Geth.
I guess we know why the science team stopped reporting in. What just happened?
The Reaper's Mass Effect fields are still active. We just passed inside their envelope. Eye of the Hurricane, huh?
Whoa. That was an abrupt transition. Alright.
Right.
Let's go with the hand cannon for now. I was not expecting Geth, given that we had no clues about them. So we're not really prepared for fighting Geth, unfortunately.
Smells bad. There's blood, but something's wrong with it.
Looks a bit charred. So far, this seems to be pretty decent for a Reaper. I'm thinking that this is what Cerberus built, rather than part of the Reaper itself. So the Cerberus team doesn't need this anymore. Might as well take it. All these credits.
The airlock has been installed at the far end of the hold section. We have begun pressurization for shirt sleeves work. The crew is edgy. I reassure them it is mere nerves, a superstitious reaction to what this hulk represents. The corpse of a vast ancient life form. Privately, I can't deny the atmosphere. The angles of the walls seem to press down on you. I find myself clenching my teeth.
Reaper indoctrination.
The airlock has been installed at the far end of the hold section. We have begun pressurization for shirt sleeves work. The crew is edgy. I reassure them it is mere nerves.
This is kind of complicated. But we got all this. So yes, this was built by Cerberus, so that's why it looks pretty.
We finished cataloging specimens A203 to B016. No evidence of active nanotechnology noted. Dr. Chindanan believes they would have decayed over the last 37 million years. There's not enough data to support his claim. He asserts that the truth is patently obvious. I am concerned. Chindanan has been staring at the samples for hours. He says he's listening to them.
Yeah, that sounds indoctrination. And there we go, at least I got some medi-gel back. Ending the mission also gave us at least one medi-gel, but it's not a whole lot.
What just happened?
The Reaper put up kinetic barriers. I don't think we can get through from our side.
Trapped in a Reaper. I want to shoot someone.
Yeah, worst luck for you, Jack, eh? Maybe we can shut them off then.
We'll have to take down the barrier generators from in here. Any idea where they are?
At the moment of activation, I detected a heat spike in what is likely the Rex Mass Effect core. Sending the coordinates now. Be advised, this core is also maintaining the Reaper's altitude.
So when we take the barriers down to escape, the wreck falls into the planet core.
And that means everyone dies. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure he'll get us out.
If any helmsman can pull us off this thing before it reaches crush depth, it's you. We'll make a sweep for survivors and recover what data we can. Stand by.
Aye, aye. Good hunting.
Alright, so we need to escape the wreck now. Which... well, we can still get back here. There's no point in it though. This is still Cerberus, but...
what a mess. Anyone else hungry?
no? Go ahead.
You're married? You never mentioned that.
Katy had anger management issues. When my brother got married, the best man tried to hit on her. She kicked him down the church steps.
What? Katie's my wife. I must have told you the story.
No, I know my wife. I remember that day was the only time I saw her wear stockings.
Yeah, the kind with seams up the back. That's what I remember too.
What the hell is this? How can we remember the same thing?
This thing was screwing with him.
Certainly was. So that's the actual Reaper. And these are just built by Cerberus. Well, let's go further in. There's an explosive crate. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing.
Hostiles!
Those are high-pressure tanks.
We could blow them out, yes. How about this?
Stop firing at me, idiot!
Not firing at you. Well, that worked. They blew themselves up themselves. Or maybe that's not the last of them. Good job. Are you done yet? Oh, hi there. Another thing is that if you make abominations freeze, after unthawing, they also explode, oddly enough. Yes, that's a lot of explosives. Still, they might be useful.
I thought Geth made these husk things.
Smart money saying Reaper tech.
Indeed. The Geth probably just got the Dragon's Teeth from the Reapers.
They're right ahead of us.
Rude. Okay, that works too.
Nothing can stop me.
Nice.
Hold your fire, Shepard.
Don't get in the way. Will you quit doing that? Oh, rude. What? How did you not get frozen? Maybe due to attacking? Will you guys stop it? Any more of them? Doesn't look like it.
Third day with this headache. You'd think Chandana would have let me have a few hours off. God damn! What? The thing, that just gray thing, it disappeared when I looked straight at it. It came out of the damn wall, where we took off that panel.
I didn't see anything. You should lie down.
I'm telling you, the ship isn't dead. It knows we're inside it.
Calm down. Now I'm getting a headache.
Well, these guys certainly had fun. But okay, so that will be all for the time being. Let's read the codex entry though.
In the early 2160s, Reaper indoctrination is an insidious means of corrupting organic minds, reprogramming the brain through physical and psychological conditioning, using electromagnetic fields, infrasonic and ultrasonic noise, and other subliminal methods. The Reaper's resulting control over the limbic system leaves the victim highly susceptible to its suggestions. Organics undergoing indoctrination may complain of headaches and buzzing or ringing in their ears. As time passes, they have feelings of being watched and hallucinations of ghostly presences. Ultimately, the Reaper gains the ability to use the victim's body to amplify its signals, manifesting as alien voices in the mind. Indoctrination can create perfect deep cover agents. Reaper's suggestions can manipulate victims into betraying friends, trusting enemies, or viewing the Reaper itself with superstitious awe. Should a Reaper subvert a well-placed political or military leader, the resulting chaos can bring down nations. Long-term physical effects of the manipulation are unsustainable. Higher mental functioning decays, ultimately leaving the victim a gibbering animal. Rapid indoctrination is possible, but causes this decay in days or weeks. Slow, patient indoctrination allows the thrall to last for months or years.
Yep, we already got that from the first game. Alright, so we'll continue exploring this derelict Reaper next time. Later.